Hey guys, what's going on? It is Chris here once again, looking ahead to today's LPL slate for Friday, the 10th of July. As normal, you guys all did pretty good last night. Wasn't too bad for us last night if you guys did follow my advice and stack those three teams that I had in the video last night. You guys probably did pretty good. It doesn't show the actual score on here because I guess Fancy Cruncher hasn't done that yet. They usually have that on point, but this was the lineup that I rolled with last night. Scored a 583. It did very, very well last night for sure. So, but yeah, I mean, basically these were the guys I was telling you about, right? Mix in a little bit of Damn One Gaming because they had some pretty good high scores out there. I love some JD. They were very expensive. I couldn't get in as much as I wanted, but unfortunately, I only could get one in there. But they only won 2-1, so thankfully I didn't have more of them because I probably would have been a little bit lower. But was trying to force them in there, just wasn't working there. But anyway, yeah, we stacked T1. Like I said, I told you guys it would just be a normal game for them, and they still did pretty good. I had a three man stack of that, then obviously the 3-man stack of Damn One. So yeah, overall it was pretty good. 583. Definitely will take that for sure. So um, yeah, like I said, all you guys basically got to do just follow what I do, stack the same teams as I do, put in projections, and see how it goes there, and should be half decent. So that is what we have going on. Like I said, as normal, got NBA coming up in a couple weeks. Definitely thankful and hopeful that that is coming back. And like I said, if you guys need any help on that, trust me, hit me up on Twitter. That's the way to go. Check out my Twitter for more details about all that. And yeah, as normal, also stay here. We will be doing a lot of videos for NBA as much as we can for sure when it comes back. So this is definitely the place to go. And as normal, if you haven't hit that sub button yet, hit that button. Like I said, a lot of content will be coming your way here in the next couple weeks with NBA, and also we'll be doing a little bit of League of Legends along the way. So that is it for all the recap and everything like that. So anyway, let's get into today's 4 game slate for League of Legends. Anyway, we got, like I said, don't know these names yet, but we got DYN taking on Genji Esports. 388 spread here. Let's go look over here. So we got Genji at 4-2, and then Dynamics. That's the other one, obviously. 3-3. So Dynamics started off pretty good, but they've definitely they're a little bit colder now. And Genji, they are 4-2, but like I said, these guys are definitely one of the best teams out there. I love stacking maybe anywhere from 2 to 3 of these guys. They should be popular in cash games as well. Had a bad one against T1, but as we just showed you, T1's a pretty good team, so I think they can easily get this one 2-0. Probably the most popular team of the day. But yeah, Rascal, Clyde, and BDD are probably my top 3 options from this one. Ruler's not bad either. I guess if we had to go Ruler, BDD, and then probably Clyde here. It looks like definitely according to the predictions, but Ruler's been pretty hot as well. Had a bad one, as I said, everyone did against T1, but besides that, the guy has been absolute killing it. Most of these teams suck, and Dynamics, they're okay, but they're definitely not as good as they were to start out the year. So, yeah, definitely stacking these guys. I don't really have a projection for uh for this area here, just because we don't know who's gonna start here for Jin. I could be Kellen or Life. They kind of switch them out. Kellen has been starting recently, but this guy's been absolute trash bag. So I wouldn't be surprised if they start a life or they start one of them and then the second game they just let the other one play. So kind of worried there in that area. Then Jinji pretty good. Team D here. I got them at 54. So yeah, Jinji definitely popular here in cash games for sure. Next we got BLG taking on OMG. This game honestly could go either way, kind of like that VC and Fun Plus last night. If you did stack VG, um, you probably did pretty good. VC Gaming, you probably did pretty good last night. Yeah, this is another one of those games. It's honestly hard to tell. I'm giving the slight edge to BLG in this one. If you do have to pick anyone, I think Meteor is your top play in GPPs for sure. Dude, been pretty good. here in this one, and I don't expect this game to be have that much ownership. So I guess if you are trying to go GPP, I'd probably go BLG um, in a GPP stack. Next, we have KT and Sandbox. These two teams are absolute trash. We got 3 and 4 in Sandbox at 2 and 5. So a lot of people are going to stack KT here in a cheap, because they're cheap value for sure, and go get in some of the big boys. I don't mind them. I really don't, but they're switching up their lineup quite a bit. They did pretty good last time out against, was it Dragon X? I think they beat Dragon X, but they messed up their lineup quite a bit. Really switched it around. And this is an LCK team, so they do not give out their lineups until like 5 or 10 minutes before lock. And as you see, they don't start until 7 a.m. So, and as you see, lock is at 4. So, yeah, you're kind of screwed if you're stacking KT because you kind of don't know who's going to be starting. So, definitely after last game, they might change it up just because it worked for them. So, anyway, I'm gonna go with the underdog here. I'm gonna go with Sandbox Gaming. I feel like they could pull this one off. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be probably 2-1 for either team, but I'm hoping it's gonna be on the side of Sandbox Gaming in this one. They're the ones who I'm going with as my GPP low owned team, and I think their ownership should be very low. So I just don't think a lot of people are gonna have them. I won't have too much exposure, probably one or two of them in my lineups, but they're definitely good if you want to do a GPP stack. I don't mind probably a 3-man stack here and probably single entries and stuff like that. But on Fleek, one of my top options here for them. Don't mind Fate either. He's in a pretty good spot. Probably Fate and then on Fleek is how I would rank those two, and then Route not too bad either. For the sub, we don't have much here. Gorilla, I got him at 40. Not really into him too much, and then don't mind. I guess their defense and their team D in tournaments, but for the most part, probably one or two of these guys just to get some exposure to some of the bigger boys for sure. But this one could be either way. You could stack KT, but like I said, I don't know who's going to be starting in that one. And then we got E-Star and IG here in this one. IG should easily beat them in this one, but IG's been playing weird. They're kind of in that form of they don't know how they're going to play. They are 6-3, and E-Star is a really bad 2-7. They've lost 5 in a row, but if you want to go crazy GPP, you can easily stack E-Star. That's probably the way to win a tournament tonight. Out of all these teams, I think randomly E-Star could be the one to upset IG. I think it could just happen. If you are looking for an upset, that's probably the way to go. So if you're looking for crazy GPP, probably E-Star and Gen.G would probably be your stack right there. And but for the most part, in cash, I'm going to go IG, which I think a lot of people will as well. Pretty basic. If they're on, they're on. If they're off, well, they're gonna lose. But anyway, we got the Shy, Ning, Rookie. Rookie is pretty good. So the main guy is Rookie Puff, and then obviously the Shy. And then here, don't really know what's going on. They're messing up, and like I said, starting different people. So that's why I said it's just weird right now for IG. So I don't really know this guy or anything he does. So he could get subbed out. So I'm not really feeling him. And then you got IG Gaming here as well. So yeah, my 3 stacks is IG, Sandbox, and Gen.G. If you're going a crazy GPP, I'd probably go Gen.G and E-Star as like your main stack, and maybe add in some Sandbox. That's a weird lineup, but if you're looking for some crazy stuff, that's probably the way to go. But if you're looking for cash, IG, Sandbox, and Gen.G for me. Like I said, you could go Gen.G, KT, and IG, but just like I said, worried about who they're going to start in that one there. So not as good as a slate tonight. Basically for cash games because you just don't know what's going to happen. But if you are playing cash games and for some reason IG does lose, they should be pretty well owned. That it shouldn't hurt you too much. So I guess that's the good thing if IG does lose. So that is what we got going on. So yeah, I told you guys my stacks, and last night was a pretty good result. So just follow that if you want. Put in your own projections, and and stack those 3 teams or stack the 3 GPP teams and make a couple lineups from that and see how you go. But like I said, it's for the most part, it's pretty easy to cash in double ups in League of Legends compared to the tournaments. I've been having pretty good success over there in the double ups. So, all right, guys, that is it. Hopefully, you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like. I do appreciate it. Like I said, stick around. We got NBA just around the corner. Definitely excited for that for sure. And as normal, if you have any questions or need any lineup advice, definitely hit us up on our Twitter. That will be down there in the comment section below. That is the best way to stay up to date on what we got going on and all of our advice as well. And best place to also contact us. And if you have any questions. So, all right, guys, that is it. Hope you guys have a pretty good Friday, and we'll see you guys a little bit later on.